Hey guys, Jason here, and today I'm comparing two robot vacuums, the Roomba J7 Plus and the Deebot N30 from Ecovacs. These are both advanced cleaning robots with cleaning and mopping features, plus auto-emptying bases and 2D space mapping features. However, the Roomba J7 Plus is $1,000 and the Ecovacs N30 goes for $800 with a $200 coupon that takes it all the way down to $600. Now, full disclosure, this video is sponsored by Ecovacs, but before you start keyboard mashing in the comments, the company specifically asked for as fair a comparison as possible between these robot vacuums. I can promise, from setup to testing to conclusions, I kept things 100% objective. The sponsored part has to do with upcoming features and accessories for the Deebot N30 that Ecovacs wanted me to throw into the video, so just keep that in mind and let's get into things. So both the J7 Plus and the N30 are vacuuming and mopping robots with a circular disc build. They both have a charging base the robot returns to on its own, where it can auto-empty itself. However, the N30 offers more than auto-emptying, as it can auto-clean and dry the mop heads at the station as well. That's part of why the N30 base is so much bigger. It has two tanks for clean and dirty water, while the J7 Plus has a single tank that's in the robot itself. Both robots are able to map out the space around them and let you customize that map with room names and virtual boundaries, but they do have slightly different tech to do that. The N30 uses LiDAR and the J7 Plus uses V-SLAM. To oversimplify things, the N30 uses lasers and the J7 Plus uses cameras to navigate. LiDAR is generally considered more precise and better for obstacle avoidance, but iRobot, the company behind the Roomba, seems to think otherwise, as you can see in this picture from the product page. The J7 Plus uses the iRobot Home app for control and customization, while the N30 uses the Ecovacs Home app. They're both well organized and nice looking, with the ability to customize how the robots clean. That's things like cleaning passes and how much water should be used during mopping. Let's talk about unboxing. The N30 had a much larger box, but that was mostly to hold the very large base station. Outside of that, it had the usual suspects inside: the robot itself, a power cable, manuals, and things like that. Ecovacs did want me to mention that they offer solid floor cleaner to work with the mopping feature of this robot. They weren't able to send it to me for this video, but it's basically these little capsules you drop into the base that release a cleaning agent from the robot as it mops. The color of the liquid changes as the cleaner is used up, and you replace the capsules to keep things fresh. The J7 Plus similarly supports a cleaner for mopping, which is a liquid you buy from iRobot. As for the Roomba's unboxing, it had everything the N30 had in its box, although the base is of course much smaller, and there's an extra mopping pad, side brush, and filter included. Getting into setting up these vacuums, both actually gave me a slight bit of trouble during the setup process. The N30 kept repeatedly backing in and out of its base station until I realized I'd left some packing tape on the charging contacts. Everything was fine after that. And with the J7 Plus, I kept getting this could not connect error. I got it maybe 4 times before the connection spontaneously worked and I was good to go. Definitely the more mysterious and annoying setup error of the two. But anyway, now that the robots are unboxed, set up, and working with their respective apps, let's run some tests, starting with space mapping. I let both robots roam this basement space individually to look at the maps they came up with. Both robots are supposed to refine the maps over time, so keep in mind, this is the initial map they came up with after one test run, and any issues should get resolved over time. So this is the map from the N30, and it's spatially the most accurate and pretty good at sectioning off rooms. As a side note, it's really cool you can watch the robot move and map in real time, so you can see not just the space map that's being built, but also the exact paths the robot used to come up with that. That's something the J7 Plus can't do, and it just gives you the map after the mapping run is complete. That's what we're looking at here, and it does have some issues. First, the resolution is a little bit coarser, but more importantly, the robot left out an entire room to the right of its base station. Also, the sectioning of the rooms around the couch is kind of messed up, where the robot thinks there's 4 rooms on each side of the couch. And while you can't see it in real time, you can roughly see the path the robot took after the fact here. This is part of why I said the resolution of this map isn't as high as the N30, as there's just much fewer paths made to come up with the map. But to be fair, this mapping run took about 30 minutes, while the N30 took about an hour. Now let's look at some cleaning tests with different messes: cereal, pet hair, coffee, and coffee up against a wall. Ecovacs specifically wanted me to do a pet hair test since they've included anti-tangle features on the main brush of the Deebot N30 they wanted to highlight. Overall, these tests are designed to evaluate both vacuuming and mopping capabilities of these robots in different scenarios. I'm not going to talk during these, as I want you to just look at the messes, see how the vacuums perform at cleaning them up, and come to your own conclusions. Don't worry, I'll pop back in at the end to tell you my own humble opinions. Right now you're seeing some pet hair getting sucked up, and like I said a minute ago, there's zero tangle tech here to prevent tangles and make this thing pet friendly. So I got some thoughts on the cleaning, but before that, let's take a look at the robot's bases as kind of our final test. Both robots offer auto-empty functions that run after cleaning or that you can activate manually. Let's auto-empty both robots real fast and see what that's like. Cool, but as mentioned earlier, in addition to that, the N30 has auto cleaning and auto drying for the mop heads, so let's run that as well and see what it does. So look, my interpretation of the cleaning tests was that, first off, there was a lot of similarity in the vacuuming abilities of these two robots. They sucked up the cereal pretty well when it was just scattered on the floor, and got right up against the wall when it was spilled there. So they're pretty similar as far as vacuuming goes, with the main differentiating factor being that the N30 does have better mapping. That should improve the efficiency of the vacuuming and help it clean more systematically. As for mopping, both robots do well again, but I think the N30 has a clear advantage here with two mop heads that spin instead of one that gets dragged along the ground. The two mop heads also help the N30 get right up against a wall to clean. And of course, the mopping capabilities of the N30 are taken up a notch by the base, which cleans and dries those mop heads for you. But that brings us to the end of the video, where I restate the price points of $1,000 and $600 for these robots and just tell you how it is. The N30 is better for the price, and I'd say just better period. And again, this is the conclusion I came to after making my testing as fair as humanly possible. I think it says something that after I finished the serial testing, I'd made a pretty big mess, and I sent the Ecovacs N30 to clean it up as I just thought it'd do a better job. But I'll drop links to these robots down below. Go ahead and grab that $200 discount for the N30 if you want one for yourself. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.